Alright, so I was debating about posting a video about my thoughts and my feelings about all this. Um, I'm gonna try to just keep this together because the last 2 days I've done nothing but cry. Um, First off, what happened to George is absolutely heartbreaking. Those who have been kind of following me on Facebook know that I have met George a few times, and you just remember the man when you met him. He was just nothing but a giver of life. He was a giant teddy bear. He was a kind, loving man. And for him to be reduced down to begging and crying and pleading for help and saying that he can't breathe, it's not right. The loss of a life of somebody like that will never be able to be filled. This man was such a good person. I wasn't as blessed to know him as well as I wanted to, but I met him enough to know that he was a good person. So for him to be reduced down to what happened on Monday, it's not right. The cops, especially the primary cop who had the knee on the back of his neck, they're murderers. He's a murderer, absolutely no doubt. The fact that the other cops didn't step in and force him off his neck, they're just as guilty. They're just as guilty. There's such unfairness towards the Black community. And it is racism. Racism is alive and it's well, and it's going strong right now. For all this to happen, it kills me. My heart is breaking for the loss of his life. My heart breaks for his friends and his family and anybody who his life has touched. My heart breaks. These men need to be charged, and they need to have the full extent of the law thrown against them. You know, racism is alive and well. And there's such a divide between the police and the community. And, you know, there are good cops out there. I've met them. We are blessed. I've been blessed to know several good cops and meet them over the issues when I've had issues in the past. But they need to be charged. They need to be brought to jail. It's like with any job, though. There's good ones and there's bad ones. And unfortunately, in their field, when the bad ones are bad, they kill people. And it's primarily in the minority group. And it's unacceptable. They murdered George Floyd. They murdered him. And I understand that they need to go through the proper channels. That's with anything. But they should have been arrested. Firing them is just not enough. They should have been arrested, and they need to be thrown the book to be thrown at them. I understand the frustration. I am just as upset as the next person. I want to scream. I want to go throw shit. I want to go destroy shit. But that's not going to change what happened. Because the loss of a life will never be able to be replaced. You can never fully replace the loss of a life. There will never be enough to replace a soul like him or anybody. As many of you know, I used to do a lot of that protesting shit back in the day. I used to do a lot of it back in the day. There's a clear difference between protesting and rioting. And when people riot, it's because they're angry, they're frustrated, we don't have answers, you know. That's when rioting happens. It's a community without answers who are beyond frustrated, that don't know what else to do and where else to go at this point. Protesting, I'm all for peaceful protest. It's in our right. You can protest peacefully and make a point. I understand the rioting. I understand it. I do. But I'm not for it. Because the fact of the matter is you're destroying the community. You are destroying the community, and our family and our friends are watching our communities get destroyed. Brick by brick, building by building, fire by fire. I watched my school get broken into, destroyed. I watched the neighborhood I grew up in with my high school reduced down to rubble. The neighborhood is just, it's gone. And the problem is that it's not... It's not the big businesses that will be affected. They can rebuild. I understand that. Material things can be replaced. I understand that. But you gotta understand is that these mom and pop shops, these people have been in these communities for many, many years, and are just trying to start up now, or some of them that are just trying to start up now, are being affected by this. These people who are in the community, who are living in their community, are being affected by this. My high school, I just recently found out that they provide food to families who are in need. And now the kids are going to go hungry. They have the potential to go hungry. The high school, their education stuff, no, it's gone. It's destroyed. People are without jobs now. Across the state, across the cities, people are without jobs. But these community members, these people who live in the community, who are there and part of the community, who are starting out or who have been there for years, they're being attacked. Their buildings are being burned. Yes, material things can be replaced. But you're destroying the community. You're taking away jobs in an already pandemic. I understand the rioting. I really do. But it's not acceptable in my book. And you're not even targeting certain buildings. You're just targeting whatever is available. You're targeting whatever you have access to. There's just down the road, the stuff has gotten within 2 blocks of my neighborhood. And there's several shops up on the main road behind me here that were broken into and destroyed. These people are immigrants. These people are people who have given food. I've seen them give food and drinks to people who have nothing. I've seen them do it. And they're reduced down to shambles. You're taking away jobs from the community. They destroyed. I'm over north here. They destroyed Cub. Where are people going to get diapers, formula, food, medications? All that's gone. Not only are you taking away the material and the food, but you're taking away the sense of security. The last 2 days, I've slept maybe 3 hours. And it's not just me here, my neighborhood. It's throughout Minneapolis and St. Paul. I have friends across the cities, and they can't sleep. They are afraid. What do we do? Where do we go from here? Minneapolis is a strong, beautiful, vibrant city who's just been reduced down to nothing. And people are afraid. People are afraid. I have friends that have left their homes out of fear. Like I said, maybe I've slept 3 hours, so if I don't seem quite here, I hope you understand. But we're being reduced down to nothing right now. We should have had action taken a long time ago. It should have never gotten to this point. The community's been asking for a change. When it comes down to this stuff, we've been asking for a change, and it's, for the most part, it's been pretty peaceful up until this last week. And so like I said, when Riot Aid happened, it's because people are frustrated and they're angry and they don't know what else to do. I don't know how much this has to do with the pandemic and how people are frustrated with the pandemic on top of it, but it's frustration. Frustration for the racism that's going on. Frustration with the pandemic and feeling cooped up and feeling like the government's controlling us. But I'm going to ask people of this. Please stop destroying our communities. People are going hungry now. Kids don't have access to the medical care that they're going to need. Families are going to hurt because of this. People are going to go hungry. People are going to not get their medical needs done. People are going to hurt. I'm watching my neighborhood go up in flames where I grew up. Please stop this violence. Please. Because we are so much better than this. Please pray for Minneapolis when you're not here. Please. Please pray for justice to be swift and quick. Please pray for people to get the assistance that they need because of this. And if you're from out of town, you're coming in town, please don't. Please don't. I've been watching where I love go up in flames. People getting hurt. How many more people do we have to lose? Please stop this senseless violence. Please. Please pray for us. Please pray for my brothers and sisters across the cities. Please. Please stop this senseless violence. Please call for justice to be served for George. I love you guys. I love you. God bless.